moments before iftar, inshallah, to talk about Yom Arafah, which is going to be tomorrow, inshallah. So this goes back to the concept of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has favored certain times and places over others. Zaman, time, makan, place. Like Haram al-Makki, for example, is favored over other places. Only Allah can make certain places sacred. We can't designate a place to be sacred. We can't say Edison is sacred, right? So Ramadan also is a time that Allah has distinguished. He chose to distinguish it. And similarly, the sacred months. For example, the month we are in, and it's a days of the more distinct reference to the Quran. It's just one day was from the name of a well-known days sacred place. No, we can't understand. But we do know that it is an opportunity for us to go closer to Him. We love Him differently in Ramadan, right? We love differently days. And antennas are up, right? In these days and in Ramadan. And Allah is our creator, right? Allah right? Does not the one who created know His creation. He knows we need this, right? So these 10 days that are mentioned here in the Quran, Ayyam al-Ma'lumat, are these 10 days of Dhul Hajj, which you know from the hadith are the best days of the year. ما من أيام العمل الصالح فيها أحب إلى الله من هذه الأيام. Right? There are no other days that good deeds are more beloved to Allah than in these days, 10 days, right? And look at how they are connected to the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And we also have other references to these days in the Quran, like وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ in Surah Al-Fajr. Although it talks about nights, if you look at the tafsir, it actually is referring to the days of the Hajj. So out of the days of the year, these 10 days are the best. And out of the 10 days, Yom Arafah is the best, the night of the Hajj. And we'll give the evidence for that, inshallah, in a few moments. Now, Arafah is a yom, it's a day, and it is also a place. Okay, so don't get confused. It is both a time, a day, and it is also a place. And so we're going to start off with one narration that talks about what happened in the place of Arafah, which gives that place its distinction. And the narration is in the Musnad of Imam Ahmad, rahimahullah ta'ala, and I'll just give you the meaning for sake of time. God made the covenant from Adam's back in Na'aman, yani Allah took the mithaq from Adam alayhi salam in Na'aman, yani Arafah. Okay, so another name for Arafah is Na'aman. And brought forth from his loins in all his offspring whom he created and scattered before him like small ants. So this is the mithaq that is referenced in Surah Al-A'raf, where all of us were gathered together, every single human being that was ever going to live until Yawm al-Qiyamah. The Fajr, the Fasiq, the Ghafir, the Mu'min, every type of person was gathered and asked that question, right? Alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord? So that mithaq, that covenant that Allah took from us, and we all replied, قَالُوا بَلَا شَهِدْنَا, Bala, indeed we testify, so that you would not say on the day of judgment that we were unaware of this, we were neglectful of this. So this mithaq, how do we know it happened? Like we don't remember it, right? Like we don't remember it in our active memory. But we all have the fitrah. We all have the fitrah of Islam. The fitrah that knows there is a God. The fitrah that when the ship is sinking, there are no more atheists left on that ship. They call out instinctively, oh God, save me, right? That fitrah is the remnant of the mithaq. That is the memory. That is the memory that we have. So that happened on this place of Arafah. So that is the significance of the place, among other things. We'll not be able to cover everything, of course. The completion of the deen happened on Yom Arafah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completed the deen of Islam on the day of Arafah. And this is a great virtue. This would be enough of a virtue for the day of Arafah. Right? The hadith is in Sahih Muslim, where a Jew came to Umar radiallahu anh and said, Commander of the faithful, there is a verse in your book which you recite. Had it been revealed in connection with the Jews, and had we, the Jews, received it, we would have taken it as a day of rejoicing. We would have made that day of celebration. And Umar radiallahu anh said, which verse do you mean? He replied, Al-Yawm akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam dina. Right? The famous verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah, this day I've perfected your religion for you, and I've completed my favors upon you, and I've chosen al-Islam as religion for you. And Umar radiallahu anh replied, I know the day when it was revealed and the place. It was revealed to Allah's Messenger on Arafah on Friday. And this year, subhanAllah, we are getting Arafah on a Friday, subhanAllah. If you look at the narration, I was thinking that was a time even the Jews used to read the Quran, right? And now our times where the Muslims don't read the Quran, right? So, inshallah, may Allah guide us. Fasting on the day of Arafah, inshallah, many of us are fasting today, right? We see the huge iftar that you have prepared for us. And tomorrow, of course, is if you have not fasted any other day, don't miss tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is the expiation. The word is too great to miss, right? So when we say that other days, no other days are good deeds more beloved to Allah, it means the reward of the deeds in these days is greater than if you were to do the same exact deed at another time, right? And what's the proof for this? Well, look at what you're going to get if you fast tomorrow. The hadith is that we asked, the Rasul was asked about the Sawm, the fasting on the day of Arafah, and he said it is an expiation for the sins of the preceding year and the current year. Do we have this about other days? No, we don't, right? So this is how we understand that deeds done in this day are more only if you it also to the skill of reward. If you were to sit down and try to think, I wouldn't think you get that. But this is the skill of Allah, and his reward is according to his karam, it's according to his generosity, which we cannot understand or encompass. It is also, by the way, a day of celebration. Yani it's one of the Eids. People don't know this. They think it's Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr. We actually also consider Yom Arafah as an Eid for us in Islam. And there's a narration regarding this that the Rasul said it means the day of Arafah, the day of Nahar yani the 10th of the Hajj, which is Eid al-Adha proper, and the days of Tashriq are Eid for us. So, we grew up thinking this is 3 days, actually 6 days. Because Ayam Tashriq are the 11th, 12th, and 13th. That's after the 10th, which is Eid al-Adha. Actually 4 days. Now we just added the 9th day to it, which is tomorrow. So there are actually 5 days. So the day of Nahr, days of Tashriq are Eid for us, the people of Islam, and they're the days of eating and drinking. Of course, except the day of Arafah if you're fasting. If you're not in Hajj. If you're in Hajj, then you don't fast, right? You're busy with other things. So here I just want to spend one moment talking about the concept of celebration in Islam, which is really, really important for us to know. One of the things that Aisha radiallahu anha said very insightfully, as she lived a very long time after the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the wisdom of her marrying the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the age of 9, she lives with him for about 9 years. He passes away and she's about 18 years old, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She goes on to live for another 40, 50 years after his lifetime. She's not allowed to marry anyone else. She has no children. And she is al-Mu'mineen. She is the mother of the believers. She had this entire a lifetime to look at and people came to her after she was an older woman and asked her, and she commented on the difference between the time of the Rasul and what happened later, and how the Muslims became later on after the Rasul had passed away. And she said that the difference between the time of the Rasul and these times of ours, later times, is the time of the Rasul did not reach to our fill. We did not fill our stomachs with food. They did not take delight in food. Contrast that to the culture of today and the glorification of food on social media. Nothing wrong with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there is a line when it is crossed that nourishment becomes a distraction, a detachment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are we following that way? Are we going, if this is what she was saying, and she's alive at the time, the Sahaba are there, the senior Tabi'een are there, right? Those the Khairul Qurun, the Rasulullah said that the Khairul Qurun, the best generation is mine, and then the one after, and the one after. Yeah, he gave Shahada testimony for the Khairiyah. And anniversaries and this party and that party, it is endless. If you look at the calendar, you'll be amazed at the number of celebrations in the calendar year, and that is closely tied